आज ही डाउटनेट ऐप डाउनलोड करें। डाउटनेट पर होगा अब आपके सभी मैथ्स, केमिस्ट्री, फिजिक्स और बायोलॉजी डाउट्स का सफाया। बस अपने क्वेश्चन की फोटो खींचो, उसे क्रॉप करो और तुरंत वीडियो सोल्यूशन पाओ। डाउनलोड नाउ।
Hello students, the question is which of the following ketone does not react with CH3 MgBr? That is your Grignard reagent. This is your Grignard reagent, right? Now we need to tell out of all these four options which ketone is the one which does not react with our Grignard reagent. Okay, so we know that how Grignard reagents react with the ketones. Let's say we have this ketone R, C double bond O and R dash. Okay, we treat it with, let's say we are treating with the same Grignard reagent, that is CH3 MgBr. Okay, we know that in Grignard reagent, because magnesium is a metal and it is more electropositive, or you can say carbon is more electronegative than magnesium. So thus this gets a negative charge on it and this gets a positive charge on it. And we know that in the carbonyl carbon, this carbonyl carbon is in electrophilic center. Why? Because it gets a partial positive charge on it, because oxygen is highly electronegative. So it pulls electrons away from the carbon. So oxygen gets a delta negative, or you can say partial negative charge, and carbon gets a partial positive charge. So this CH3 minus, it goes and attacks on this carbon like this, and this bond breaks, and this O minus forms a bond with MgBr. So you will get R, C, O, MgBr, and here your CH3 will be attached and your R dash. Alright, now further what we do is we do the hydrolysis in the presence of H3O positive. So what will happen? This bond will break, because they are nothing but they are having just ion interactions, right? O negative here and Mg is positive here. So it breaks, and what we will get tertiary alcohol, that is RC, R dash, CH3 over here, and you will get OH, and of course your Mg OHBr will leave as a side product. Okay, so this is your tertiary alcohol. Why this is a tertiary alcohol? Because this carbon on which OH group is attached, it is attached to further 3 carbon atoms, R, R dash and C here. So thus this is a tertiary alcohol which will be formed. Now this was okay. So what happened is this was the path was clear. It came quickly and attacked here, and we got the product. Okay, but let's say these R groups are very bulky. For example, tertiary butyl groups are there, or very high bulky groups are the ones. These R and R dash are very bulky groups. For example, tertiary butyl or any other bulky group will be there. So then this CH3 minus will not be able to attack on this carbon. Okay, so then the Grignard reagent will not be able to react with the thus Grignard reagent will not be able to react with the compound, and thus you will not get the desired product. If R, the value of if the structure R and R are bulky groups, okay, then that ketone, if it has side groups, bulky side groups, then that ketone will not be able to react with Grignard reagent. Alright, now let's see the options and then we'll decide which one is going to react. So here if you treat it with RMGX, that means CH3 MgBr, so this negative will quickly come and attack on this, because it has only 2 methyl groups, and we know that methyl groups are not so bulky. If they are directly attached to a ketone, they are not so bulky, so it can easily attack and give us the product. So we have to tell which does not react with. So thus this is incorrect, because it is able to react and will give the tertiary alcohol. Now if you see this is a CCH5, that is your phenyl ring, and you have a CH3, and again these two are also not bulky groups. Okay, so thus it will also be able to react, because you can draw its structure like this. If you draw, you can draw it like this. You have this CCH5, to this you have C double bond O, to this you have CH3. So it is not bulky. CH3 minus can easily come and attack on this, right? So thus this is not bulky. It will also be able to react with Grignard reagent. So thus this is also not the answer, because we have to tell which one, the one which doesn't react. Now let's see the C option. It is, as you can see here, this is our carbonyl carbon. Here it has a tertiary butyl group. This is the tertiary butyl group, this one. This is your tertiary butyl group, and this is your what? This is your benzene ring with 2 methyl groups at the ortho positions. So as you can see, I already told you just now that tertiary butyl is a very bulky group. All right, and also this benzene ring with two methyl groups at with two methyl groups at each ortho position is also very bulky, because as you can see, this is causing hindrance here to the carbonyl center. So thus, if you treat it with your Grignard reagent, the CH3 minus will not be able to come easily here and react with it, because you can see here tertiary butyl is there, here this benzene with two CH3 groups is there, which is causing a lot of steric hindrance, and because of the high steric hindrance over around this ketone, that's why the Grignard reagent will not be able to attack on this carbonyl center, and thus it will not, because it will not be able to attack on this carbonyl carbon, that's why this ketone will not react with our Grignard reagent. So that's why C is the correct answer, because of the steric hindrance. Okay, because there is a huge steric hindrance around the due to the side groups of ketone, carbonyl carbon. So that's why these bulky groups will prevent the attack of CH3 minus on this carbonyl carbon, and thus because these bulky groups will prevent the attack of CH3 minus on this. That's why it will not be able to react on this carbon, and because it is not reacting, that's why it will not react with this ketone, will not react with the Grignard reagent. So that's why C is the correct answer. Now let's see this as well. It has CH2, CH3 and CH3. They are not at all bulky. CH3 minus can easily come and attack on this. Okay, so thus this is also incorrect. So what is your correct answer? Your correct answer is C, that is this. Okay, this is a very bulky ketone, and that's why, because of the bulky side groups, that's why CH3 minus is not able to attack on this carbon. So thus this ketone will not be able to react with Grignard reagent. So I hope you understood. C is the correct answer. Thank you so much.
क्लास 6 से 12 से लेके नीट IIT JEE मेंस और एडवांस के लेवल तक 10 मिलियन से ज़्यादा स्टूडेंट्स का भरोसा। आज ही डाउनलोड करें डाउटनेट ऐप या व्हाट्सएप कीजिए अपने डाउट्स 8400 400 400 पर।